And on it goes. Say the angels in your dreams, they just can't tell me, but they give me everything. All I need, all I need, all I need is you. If grace can wake my heart to life, it's proof this world can't satisfy. On it goes. To the angels in your dreams, they just can't tell me, but they give me everything. Yeah. All I need, all I need, all I need is you. Ain't nothing in this world can satisfy my thirst. Shake every wretched feeling, shake the earth. It's all I need, all I need, all I need is you. All I need, all I need, all I need is you. Yeah, it's all I need, all I need, all I need is you.
Hey guys, welcome back to Crystal Waves live at Verge Studios. This is Shannon Patricia, your host, and I am thrilled to welcome the band Enloe for the start of 2018. Hi guys. Real quick, can you just say your name and what you play in Enloe?
Taylor, lead guitar and lead vocals.
Mackenzie, piano and backup vocals.
Jeremy, bass and backup vocals.
Joe, synth and backup vocals.
TJ, and I play the drums.
All right, so I want to start. Jeremy has already said that you are the good looks of the band. So I want to know the origin story for your band to start off with, because I know, Taylor, that you and Mackenzie are married, and Jeremy, you and Joe are married, and like I said, TJ, you're here for just the good look. No, I'm kidding. But how did you all meet each other? How did you all start Enloe?
So I met TJ, was that like 5 years ago? Maybe
Dude,
6
a
now?
little more, yeah, man. We met on Christian Mingle. Kind of just blew up from there.
No, so
Go ahead.
me and TJ met 6 years ago or so. We tried to get something going, and it ended up not working out. I honestly think it's because I met Mackenzie, and then I was like, oh, I need to get my life in order, and so I kind of left you in the dust. I'm sorry.
Dude,
Way to own up to that. That's
I'm finding about this now.
Yeah, and then fast forward, I guess it'd be 2 years ago. I had some songs written, and I just kind of worked it up and was like, I'm gonna go record this EP. And then of course TJ's the best drummer that I know, so called him up, and then his brother Jared, he played bass on the EP as well. So that's kind of our relationship. Jeremy and Joe, we went to church together for a while, and then I actually lived with them for a year, which was cool. It was very fun. Good times.
Good
Yeah.
times. See, I was just curious if you guys were married prior to starting the band, or if you were in the band and it just was a perfect fit.
They've been married for a long time.
Yeah.
We've been married for 10 years on 777.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so no, we knew each other beforehand. But these guys
We
met.
were engaged when you did the EP.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've been married for a year and some change.
So, Taylor, do you write the songs?
Currently, yes, I am the sole writer for what we have right now.
Darkness is all I see. Never found the man from Galilee. We rode home late last night. I fell asleep begging under the starlight. I fell down and found my hope. Tripped on chains but did not choke. I built my house on sand, so it caves in. 24, 24, don't you cry. Past the window, don't ask why.
House on Sand. Can you tell me a little bit about it, kind of what it means, what it's about?
Yeah, so House on Sand. It's a story. So I met this guy and he was homeless, and I took him out to lunch because I wanted to hear his story, because I love hearing people's stories and want to know, why you're in this position, basically. And so that song is basically his life story that he told me, and the tagline is "House. I build my house on sand, so it caves in." And so, kind of the moral that I gathered from his story is that he continues to live like that and beg on the streets because he knows that people will help him. So it's kind of an open-ended question of, is that right or is that wrong?
Where can your fans find House on Sand, the song that you're going to be releasing?
When it is released, it'll be on every digital streaming platform, and then it'll be on our website, enloeofficial.com. So yeah, that's kind of YouTube,
I know you're on Spotify because it popped up randomly on mine.
Rhapsody, Napster, you name it. It's up there. Those things still exist.
So you guys
LimeWire.
were, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't think I am, but you were the first place winners for the 7th annual Seattle radio music competition. What was that like?
Super fun.
Yeah.
My favorite part was when they called out the first place winner. Taylor was like, "What?"
Yeah.
We did not think at all that we were gonna win. We just, I remember before we played, we just went downstairs and just were kind of talking. We're like, let's just go out there, have fun, do the best show we can, and just, have a blast and let whatever happens happen. Because a big percentage of it was like the number of people you bring, and that counts towards the final total and all that. And we're a fairly new band, so we're just kind of like, there's not gonna be a lot of people here for us. The other bands had a lot of people there, and so we're like, whatever. So
We had tons of fans.
yeah, and it ended up just, I think, blowing us all away. Just the support and just the way the show went and everything. It was awesome. It was really cool.
So while you were up there and you were playing, like what was going on in your head? Were you just rocking out and that was it, or were you like?
People were singing our songs with us.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
That was the cool part. Like the crowd definitely, and even the judges, like they seemed into it, which made us feel like it was just like a big party. Like it was just, we were just having fun, and it was cool that everybody else was engaging with us. So yeah, it was fun.
I was just in this calm, relaxed state when I was up there. We went downstairs. On top of that, it was like in the midst of like the noise and then the other band playing. It was cool because we were all on the same page. We were taking some deep breaths, and then we prayed, and I think that really helped with that whole situation. And when I got up there, I was like, I'm just gonna let loose and play. I felt like I played my best show right there. So.
That's something that I'm very interested in, is the process actually goes into writing the songs or performing right before a show. So is that something that you do before every single show?
We try to. Yeah, if there's time. A lot of the times it's really chaotic, and we're like, where's TJ? Nobody's heard from TJ.
It should be in my dark place.
So for the writing process, this question obviously is for you, Taylor. How does that exactly work for you? Do you see, like you said, you ran into someone who was homeless, and it inspired the song that you will be releasing, House on Sand? How does the writing process usually go for you?
For me, sometimes it's a story. Sometimes it's just where I'm at in life, and I just sit down and just start writing, and I've noticed that I get stuff out of my head that I didn't even know was there, and I go back and I read it and I'm like, oh shoot, like I needed to get that out, I guess,
It becomes a form of therapy almost,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's pretty much the process. I tend to, like, if I hear a phrase, if I'm listening to like a podcast or a TV show, someone says something cool, I'll try to jot it down. And
is there a specific podcast or show or anything that you seem to have a lot of inspiration come out of?
I listen to a lot of sermons. Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
breathe life inside. There's no more ways to win the fight. For the dead to feel my head, this ship has sailed away. I throw my hand into the sky and say farewell to blackened days. I'm feeding with the wolves and fires of my past. The wages of my sin only lead me straight to death. I'm slipping slow, I'm sliding fast, and I'm kicking snakes off this dark and lonely path. There's no more ways to win the fight. For the dead to feel my head, this ship has sailed away. I throw my hand into the sky and say farewell to blackened days. Dance for the dead to feel my head, this ship has sailed away. I throw my hand into the sky and say farewell. Dance for the dead to feel my head, this ship has sailed away. Throw my hand into the sky and say farewell to blackened days.
The song Farewell to Blackened Days. There's one line that I have to ask you about, which is dance with the dead to fill my head. That ship has sailed away. And I was just curious, because I think that's a beautiful line, and I wanted, since I have the chance to ask you, what does that mean?
So that line was literally written in the middle of a dance floor at a bar, at a dive bar in Gig Harbor, Washington. So we're all Christians, and when you're a Christian, you know, you're alive, and if you don't have Jesus in your heart, then you're dead, they say, spiritually. And so that's kind of where the line came from. I was living kind of the party lifestyle, and I was just in the midst of this dance floor, and something just hit me, and I just looked around, and I was like, I'm like dancing with dead people to like satisfy something. And after that, I went home and I wrote it down, and I just kind of let it go after that. So that's where the ship sailed away, and
the song became more fulfilling than the actual experience. It
Yeah.
sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
It was absolutely lovely. Okay, so I definitely want to ask you guys as well. What do you hope to accomplish with this band, with this project? Because I know that you all have different side projects. This is not the only thing that you do. I know you have a company, I believe. What is
Anchor and Pine.
Anchor and Pine. That's absolutely wonderful. So what do you hope to accomplish with this project specifically, though?
Putting out good material. I think for me, rock is forgotten about, especially in this day and age. Everybody likes, pop and music that is overproduced. We're still, raw. Our roots are in rock. So the message on top of that it's really profound at the same time. And I think people appreciate that and the authenticity that comes with that.
We're all friends, like, outside of the band. Like, the band just sort of, it came from Taylor, but it just sort of evolved with all of us. But it's what we're going to do anyway. Like, we are all going to be playing it to some degree. And there's nothing better than playing with people that you love to be around.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
I absolutely enjoyed it. How was your experience at Verge Studios?
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Comfy.
We've
Awesome.
had a
guys have
blast.
been
You
amazing.
guys are great hosts.
You guys are
Thank you.
All right, so we were lucky enough to have you play 3 songs for us in studio, but where can fans go to see you play live?
So March 17th, we're playing at the Triple Door in Seattle, and it's for the Music Aid Northwest show that raises money for music programs in schools.
All right, so be sure to check them out at the Triple Door and definitely check out their new song that'll be released in a couple weeks called House on Sand. Again, this is Shannon Patricia signing off from Crystal Waves. Thanks again, guys.